going on with it? Y'all know what it is, man. The Talking Shit Show. Season 4, episode 6. What's happening? I'm my dog LBC in the building. What's cracking with you, my nigga?
What's the deal, my guy? What's going on?
Man, slow motion. Just getting everything situated and trying to get ready for the show, man. Get ready for the show. I'm ready, man. I'm ready though. We got a crazy one today, man. There's some weird shit going on. It's a couple things we all get into. How your week been, man? What's going on with you? How you been, man?
Ah, man, it's been a wild week, bro. A wild week, bro.
Damn, like that.
Like that.
Damn, I see you. I see you must be moving. Look like you on location. Like you, what you doing at
Man.
work?
Nah, I'm moving and shit, man. In the middle of moving and shit.
Okay, damn. So shit. Well, shit. Let's get the show on the road. Let's get the roll on the show.
Oh, I mean, I got time though. It's all good.
Okay, all right, for sure, man. I got the clip. I want to get into that. To the what's the name? Later, but not later, but in a minute. With the stabbing. But the first thing that I wanted to get to today, with on tonight's episode, or today's episode, is these new laws. You know, we just passed a couple of new law, 6 new laws in Ohio. Have just been passed. Let's see here. I'm gonna pull this stuff up real fast. Let's see here. And this is crazy. This is for all my Ohio folks. Everybody in Ohio, all my Ohio people, man. We seeing what they can do, man. We seeing what's going on. It's getting kind of crazy, man. Definitely getting kind of crazy. Definitely getting kind of crazy. Let's see here. A couple of different things too on this list. Let me see. There is. I want to Google it. I want to pull it up real quick. Y'all bear with me real quick. Y'all know we do this. We do this live, like right, you know, right here. So I want to bring them up and read them off. Okay. So I'm getting ready to read them off. Y'all just bear with me. I'm not gonna put it on this. I'm not gonna put it on the screen for y'all. Y'all just check it out. So we know about the first one that we just watched on the news, the religious release of time, which public schools must allow students to leave during the day for private religious education, according to a report. So we know about that one. That's cool. The drunk driving penalties. Of course, we just heard that drunk driving is gonna go up. You just heard her say all of that. Now, the things that they didn't show, there's a couple that they didn't talk about. Number 3, the Second Amendment Financial Privacy Act bans the financial institutions from tracking firearm-related purchases and prohibits requiring liability insurance for firearm owners. Okay? So what that means is that stores now, when you buy your guns, they're no longer required to, in Ohio, they're no longer required to report to not the NRA, the federal government, and say, hey, this person bought this gun this time, this boom, then boom. Like, I don't know if y'all seeing this stuff, like, I don't know if y'all seeing this shit, like I'm seeing this shit as I'm reading these things off and these changes that are happening. That's a wild one, ain't it? It's funny that Ain't that crazy that might be the most important one, and that's the one that they failed to mention on the news and leave off the list? They talk
that's
more.
wild.
They talk more about the gender stuff and all that kind of shit. But whatever. So this is a new one too. They didn't talk about. This is another one they didn't tell you. The OVI reform now allows police to use oral fluid testing to detect alcohol and drugs. So no longer do they have to do a breathalyzer. They can swab your mouth down. They have testing kits on site. Swab your mouth down right there on the act. Boom. Done deal. It's proven. It's pretty much like 99%. You know what I'm saying? You know, people can pass breathalyzers. It's easy to pass breathalyzers if you know what you're doing. And I ain't giving out no tips. My best tip is don't drink and drive, motherfucker. So, y'all excuse my dogs. I don't know what's going on outside my door. And the next one, number 5, indefinite expulsion. Okay. This permits the indefinite expulsion of students who pose an imminent and severe endangerment to others, including those who bring weapons to school. Okay. So this one, I believe, may be the best one in our favor, as far as parents, as far as students, as far as the kids, keeping people safe and all that kind of stuff, because no longer they no longer have to have a certain number of days that they can be exposed. They can be expelled. Basically, my favorite saying: if they want to be in the streets, send them to the streets. They don't want to be in the school. They don't want to learn. They want to disrupt other children, other kids from learning, other students. Let them go on. I'm a firm believer of the Joe Clark School of Teaching. Okay, send their ass outside, chain the doors. They don't need to be back in here. Period. I mean, period. They don't need to be back in here. If they gonna disrupt other students, kick them the fuck out.
Facts.
So, now the next one, Pay Stub Protection Act requires, or the last one I should say, the Pay Stub Protection Act requires employers to clearly list gross wages, deductions, and net pay on pay stubs. So now, I've been through this working like under the table jobs, or not necessarily under the table, but subcontracted jobs and stuff like this, where you get your paycheck and it's literally just your check, and they don't take no taxes out. You got to pay your own taxes. They took no taxes out of your shit. They just gave you a check, cut you a check for such and such $100. Boom, that's your shit. You got to take care of it. So now, they're being required to list all of this stuff. Now, even if it's zero, they're being required to list it. So, and that's the last one. That's the last law. That's the last of the laws that we need to, that they instated. The new stuff that we all gotta look out for. LBC, what you think about that shit, man? How you think about that list, bro?
The gun one, that's some wild shit. That's very suspect. You feel me?
That a motherfucker, bro.
That's very suspect. I guess I'm down with kicking the kids out too, bro.
I mean, if they don't, yeah.
If they're disruptive and they just stopping the other kids from learning, yeah. Like Simon
said. And 9 times out of 10, them is the bullies. Them is the kids, forming gangs and cliques and running around beating kids up and stealing tennis shoes and stupid shit like that.
No problems, yeah. You're right.
So I believe that'll eliminate a lot of shit. I like, it's 2 on here. Those 2 right there that you just mentioned, LBC, are the best ones, I believe. The drunk driving one, that's not going to stop people from, those ignorant people who like to drink and drive. That's not going to stop them from drinking and driving. Not at all. Not one bit. 575, like people, let's just be honest, in the mind of somebody who does shit like that, you know, and I'm not, trust me, I'm not passing no judgment, nothing. I'm just telling it like it is. These facts. In the mind of somebody who drinks and drives or shit like that, that they always feel like it can't happen to them. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
always something. Oh, it's just down the street. It's just down the block. Oh, I drove this way so many times. Like I've heard it all. You know what I'm saying? I not all. You know what I'm saying? I heard a lot. You know what I'm saying? I heard a lot of excuses, a lot of things that people bring up just to justify them driving intoxicated. I'm not a fan of it. Y'all know I'm not a fan of that. Um, I'm not gonna say I was involved in a somewhat, I guess, somewhat, but I'm just not a fan of that shit anyway. Uh,
Me neither.
yeah, I'm not. The pay stub protection, whatever. Like, I think y'all just really want to be all up in people's pockets. Y'all want to know too much. I believe that is really like I get it, but I mean, honestly, what I think that stems from is all these government cuts and these government firings and these layoffs to all these different departments. So if you follow the news, one of the major departments that have been hit is SSI.
Okay.
If you know about SSI, people think that it's just about, you know, old people and their money when they retire. It's really not. It's about more than that. Everybody right here pays money. Everybody, if you working right now, you pay money to SSI right now. You know what I'm saying? You're kicking in. You can look on your check and see your your shit right there. So it's about everybody, not just old people. So if you think about it, if you connect the puzzle pieces, they fired a whole bunch of government people. Now they're starting to pass laws, and I'm sure Ohio isn't the only state that's passed this law where people have to put all the stuff on the checks now, and everything has to be documented. Why? Because when that goes to certain people, basically it seems like they've cut out a job title and put more on someone else. You see what I'm saying? Put more responsibility on the employers, the employees, and less responsibility on the government to take care of those things, to keep track of your records. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel that one is connected with the government layoffs and all that kind of shit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just
I
kind
don't know
of.
what to think about that, you know.
You said you don't know what to think about that one. This shit wild, man.
Yeah, I didn't know what to think about that one.
Yeah, I mean, you know that's the only thing I can think of. Cause I mean, why else? What significance would that play?
Right.
Other than you need to make other people, you making us more responsible for the books because you cut out whole departments that used to fucking do that shit. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Right, right. I think we'll see. Alcohol testing. So what? Who cares? I mean, I guess it's more direct. The oral shit. I mean, me honestly, I don't plan on going through that shit. I don't like motherfuckers sticking. I don't like people touching me. Period. For one, you know what I mean. I definitely don't want no strange ass cup in my fucking mouth with no swab. I don't even like when the doctor just shut up. Get that shit done on the side of the road.
You will have to worry about how legit those tests are.
Yeah, that's why it's supposed to be. I guess these ones are supposed to be more accurate and direct. So,
but yeah, I'm against drinking and driving though because you know what I mean. You run the risk of hurting somebody else for your bad decision, for your decision.
mm-hmm.
So, don't drink and drive. Let's not drink and drive.
Facts. Hey, I don't drink and drive, but I smoke and ride.
Mm-hmm.
the religious release time for the kids in school. Uh, I don't know what to. I'm like you on that one on the last one. I don't really know what to think about that. I don't. Uh, I get it. It's a way of give and take. It's a way of we're gonna be kind of sympathetic to your religious beliefs, whatever. But I mean, one thing that the country is really coming up against right now is the separation of church and state.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real big issue. Um, I'm not, I'm not a big, I'm spiritual. I'm not a big holy roller. I'm not going to get up here and preach to nobody, nothing like that. Nothing against that. Nothing against that. None of that like that. But I believe that certain things need to be, kept out of government and society, like societal things, like school, like that. Like certain the separation of church and state was definitely needed because if you know religious people, which we're seeing stuff now, like the religious, the religious like crusade, like the people, the way they move, like bro, like we see it now. We see it now in the country how if they don't like something, it's banished, it's shunned, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You just the worst of the worst, and then like it's no understanding, there's no listening, no reasoning. You know what I'm saying to other people's cultures, to what other people like, to anything. They don't have no kind of reasoning. It's their way or the highway, and that's pretty much religion. Is honestly, if you break it down, religion kind of is like a dictatorship, and that's the reason why we had the separation of church and state. Because they didn't want politics and political shit and the structural. They didn't want that shit to be a dictatorship.
Right.
And that's crazy because that's what, like,
yeah,
like that's how religion is. Like religion is a dictatorship, like for real, on some real shit. Like let's just be honest. They tell you, they tell you if you don't do this, if you don't act a certain way, this is gonna happen, no matter what.
Hell, if you don't believe this, you're going to hell.
Facts, that part. And that's who they didn't want that kind of shit running the government. It's going to turn into an oligarchy. Go turn into that shit. It's definitely gonna turn into this shit, man. So, like I said, with this law, I get it. They're being sympathetic, but honestly, I'm really not a fan of that one. Like when it comes deep down to it, like that could be anything. You don't know what these, and I hate to think like this and go like that because then I sound like, the motherfuckers. But for real, anything can happen if you got to think in. You got to think in the situation. We got somebody else jumping in. Oh, Rico, iceberg flag. When you get I'm gonna let you get your light on and stuff and get situated. What's happening, my G? Yeah, when it comes to shit like that, like we just gotta. It's real tricky because we don't know what these people are doing, and I hate to sound like that. You don't know if they taking breaks to plan some shit. You know what the fuck they do? I'm just bringing a little light to it though. Iceberg Flame, what's happening?
Yo, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I can't see you. I see you outside in the elements though. What's good?
I'm here in the park with my granddaughter, man.
Oh shit, that's what's up.
Yeah, had to get out the house and exercise a little bit. You hear me?
Oh yeah, most definitely. How you feeling?
Man, it's still up in the air, man. It's a week and a little few days.
Okay.
Still hadn't started therapy. Because I got this new knee, man. It's this new technology shit. It's got a chip in it, bro. So
Damn.
it'll be helping me out along my recovery journey, yo.
So what the chip do, man?
Say what now?
What do the chip do?
It balances the weight. It tells how much you up on your leg. It tells what you need to do every day. They still hadn't put it on my phone yet. I think that's gonna be when the therapy part when they unlock it from my phone, man. But
What?
yeah, it's bro. I told you that
This nigga got a chip in his knee, LBC.
about it. The,
Damn.
before this surgery here, man, we had already hit like 600,000, bro, on how much this shit costs. So it's over $1 million, man. You know what I mean? And
Motherfucking bionic man and shit.
yeah, it's like I'm the first person at this VA in Dallas to get it. So it's a conjunction with the outside world and the VA, man, on trying to help these veterans out, bro.
I heard that shit.
I mean,
And you going through it. You in
Yeah,
it right motherfucking now.
I wish I had known like earlier, then I would have like started
Huh?
a journal or something, man. But yeah, from like when I had the surgery and
Mommy calling me?
infection and I almost lost my leg, where they cleaned it up and they helped me save it. I wish I had. If I had known earlier, I'd have did a journal on it. But it's kind of too late right now. But yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that would have been something. That definitely would have been something to journal, man.
Yeah, it would have, and I thought about it, but it's
You
just
can still start now, shit.
yeah. I thought I'm still thinking, I'm still like processing stuff, man. Still trying to catch up. You know what I mean? Because like I had told you the other day, bro, this month 5, um, not not having an income and not working and going off of that money in the mattress, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It's just one of them things, bro. But it shows that motherfuckers just in it to win it. Motherfuckers just real down, and still got that fight in them, bro.
Right. Oh yeah, most definitely. You know you got that dog in you, boy.
Yeah, I know.
That nigga ain't going nowhere.
So yeah, it's pretty exciting because I went to the clinic on the wrong day. I went on a Monday and I was supposed to go on a Tuesday. So sitting there and they got this big old poster, and it's just I'm looking at it and I keep reading it. I'm like, man, that's some shit right there, So the lady, when she finally called me up there, she was like, Miss Jones, you supposed to be here tomorrow. And I was like, well, cool. Well, is there anything I need to fill out? And I can go ahead and get that out the way so I don't have to do it tomorrow. And she was like, no, everything is cool, And I was like, well, what's this? And she said, well, they got a code, QR code on there. Go ahead and hit it with your phone and read up on it. So it wasn't till the next day that I found this shit out, man. And I had sat here and at the house and I was looking at this shit, man. I was like, wow, because the picture took me because it was like a lady and she was walking, and then from her waist down, they started stripping things away, So first it was like the little the little nylon pants she had on, then it was the skin, then it was the muscle, and then it got down to the knee, and it was the bone and the joint. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's when they showed the
part.
That's when they showed the titanium, and they was explaining the chip and all that kind of stuff, man. So yeah.
That's crazy. HB, what's happening? I see you came through the side door. What's happening, my G?
You know what's going on, man. Sorry, I was late. I was caught in traffic.
Oh,
How y'all fellas feeling?
chilling, man. Chilling. It's all good.
Cooling.
So I know y'all just popping in. We just went over the 6 new laws in Ohio that just passed. That we got, the new ones that just passed. I don't know. You familiar with them, HB?
House Bill 29.
With the, it has to, that might be the packages in.
With the license.
No, not the license. I think that one okay, so I think 29 they still trying to get passed. This one they just passed. This is with the religious release time for schools. When they stiffen up the drunk driving penalties. The Second Amendment Financial Privacy Act. The OBI law reforms, and the indefinite expulsions, and the pay stub protection. So those are the 6 laws that they just put in the act. Those are active right now.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. That's
So,
good to know.
so I think the license ones, the one you was talking about, the 29, is the one that they're trying to get done now. That's the next one, the next little wave of shit they trying to move. So, and me and LBC was just sitting there chopping it up about the laws and like kind of what we thought about it, because I just rattled off all 6, and the only ones we kind of was like, cool with is, of course, the indefinite expulsions, and I'll read them off in a minute. The indefinite expulsions, and the drunk driving penalties is cool, of course. That's kind of the only ones we kind of really see anything that's really, important, I should say.
Beneficial.
Exactly, beneficial.
Yeah,
The
and
rest of the shit.
also, my bad. Go
No, go
ahead.
ahead.
My bad. I was gonna say, as far as the drunk driving, it ain't even only drunk driving now, since they done, legalized marijuana. So smoking weed is like considered a OVI.
I'm so
Yeah.
glad you brought it up. I'm glad you brought it up because that's why they calling them all OBIs now. So
Right.
it's vehicle incidents basically. You know what I'm saying? So they're calling everything an incident because it's more than just drunk driving. It's high driving too. So they're gonna get you with that, and that's why that one goes with the fluid testing, because now they're gonna be swabbing your mouth now too when they pull you over.
Okay, so that's what I was wondering. What type of test would they check for marijuana?
Swab that
Because it
mouth. Yep.
swab. So if you deny the swab, then it's like denying blowing automatic.
Well, honestly, you can deny it all. People don't know that though. You can deny it all. You just got to deal with the consequences.
You
Yeah,
should.
you
I
should.
believe so. I believe so. I believe it too. Take me down. Write me whatever you gonna write me. We'll see this in court. We'll do this
We
in
gotta.
court. Because I believe if you deny it, they have to get a warrant or whatever. They have to actually get an official warrant. They have to call in. If you deny it, then when they call in, the question is gonna be, what's the probable cause? And if it's not a serious probable cause, which this is where the gray area is, a cop can say anything to that other person on that radio. You don't have nothing to say. You don't have no argument when they get to saying what the probable cause is. So, and you're probably not gonna hear it because they're probably gonna go back to the car and say it. So
And I think so far as what I looked up, it's like 4 different charges that they can charge you. That's basically wrapped around the marijuana OVI. You can be
okay,
charged with 2 of them at the same time, but you can only be convicted of one.
what? Okay,
So they gonna really throw that
that
on.
is dirty. That's dirty as fuck, HB.
Yeah,
That's dirty. So that means they can trump you up to get you in jail, but they can only charge you for one.
Let's try again tomorrow.
yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
crazy work. That's, man, no more smoking in the car.
That's gonna be hard for your
Hey,
boy.
you got to. They supposed to know the difference between burnt weed, like I've been smoking weed, and then just some gas. If you just got some gas and it's real smelly,
Right.
they supposed to. But they gonna abuse that.
I burn incense in my car daily. I got my shit set up. I burn incense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Keep the what's the name down. Burn the incense. Keep the ventilation going.
I'm telling you, cause now you're allowed to have the buck amount of marijuana on you, so they ain't gonna be making no money off of finding people because you done got caught with you know what I'm saying, marijuana, so
Mhm.
they got to make up for that money somehow. And I believe gonna be pulling people over trying to charge
Yeah,
you with marijuana over your eyes.
I believe it because check it out. It's funny because I this is as big as I keep on me when I'm driving. I ain't gotta worry about them taking my whole little, you know what I'm saying, whoopty wop, getting to the crib, ain't nothing, they done took it all. If anything happened, you know what I'm saying, I stay on the cool. I got that and I got a little cup, little thing you could put some
Thanks.
shit in. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you knock my, and I think that they did that, HB, I think they did that to get the most, like, to grab shit, to take people's shit, to because think about it. Why would they let you? It's not federally passed, but it's citywide. You know what I'm saying? Citywide, legal, city to city, different areas. Why would they let you have the most? Why would they say you could travel with a QP? You could travel with 2 zips.
Hmm.
Think about it. Because they know people gonna go out there and just be like, fuck it. They said I could travel with 2 zips. I'm gonna fuck it. Whole bag, we out here. It's cool now. They know people only gonna think and listen to that one part. But the other part is like it's still not federally legal. So it's not like you driving and smoking cigarettes. A cop can't bother you for a cigarette in your car or black them out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm smoking a cigar. This is just a black them out. Oh, let me see the ashes. Nothing but black and mild roaches, bro. Ain't no weed in there.
Hmm.
Okay, well then there's no probable cause. You can't search my shit. That's a cigar. That's tobacco. You know what I'm saying? Tobacco, you carry that shit in packs. Weed, you carry that shit by the bag or by the jar.
Like, still being on the subject, what y'all think about that THCA weed? Because the THCA is legal. You can have pounds of this shit, like the shit that they selling at the stores. That's
That bullshit.
THC/A.
Mm-hmm.
That's that
It's like
bullshit.
100% legal. You can like order this shit online and have pounds come to your
Yeah,
house, and it's legal.
because it's trash. It's
Don't
Reggie.
nobody want it, though.
Yeah, it's basically Reggie that look good.
Yeah, but what's making them make that legal and the shit that we used to, it's illegal if you got a certain amount.
Because
Of,
THCA has less than 3% THC in it. The shit we smoking is usually like around 25, 27 if you got some good gas. You up
Right,
around
right.
the 30s.
yeah.
The THCA is only this less than 3% weed. It's really just smell. You gotta smoke a zip to have a buzz, my nigga.
See,
That
I ain't
shit's
never
trash.
smoked none. I just know people be like, I'm high as hell. I'll be
Yeah, I
high.
won't. Yeah, it's a mental thing. Them niggas, they cap. They cap, bro. They getting a rush from whatever they spraying on that THCA. I will tell you that.
Man,
They
that's
probably
turbo weed, man.
They get the rust from whatever chemical they spraying on that shit to make the motherfuckers feel like that. But THCA is trash. I don't buy nothing. No, I don't do that.
Nah. That Delta 8 or none of that shit. None of
None
that
of that.
shit.
Yeah, I ain't smoked none, but I know a lot of people going to grab that shit.
You gotta
Man,
go.
I
You
was
gotta do this
Googling
right here.
like
What? I don't understand.
You gotta
all
do
the
this right here. Get your
all the
own
rappers
shit.
be like promoting brands and stuff. So I would go to the brand, look it up, and be checking it out, and it be a lot of THCA, and I'm like, damn.
Don't fuck with
Nah.
it. Even Cookies got that shit now, bro. Even Burner selling that shit, dog. I never thought I'd see that nigga selling that shit too, but he getting in on it too. I mean, it's a bag.
Motherfuckers buying it, but I don't know why, man.
It's a bag. It's a waste for me. It's a waste if you ask me. Waste of a good blunt. Whatever you wrapping it in, paper, swisher, whatever, nigga, it's a waste of that shit. No THC, yeah. I'm glad you asked that so we can get that out there to people to educate them because that they gotta know.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know. And when you try to explain it to them, some people don't care what they put in their body. I'm getting high.
Right.
It's good. It's
Hey,
weed, but it's like, do you even know what it is? Like,
you can tell that because niggas still eat fast food.
definitely.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a victim too. I ain't perfect, nigga. Sometimes I'll try to get the most healthiest thing I can get out of a fast food joint if I go, but I mean, sometimes you gotta pop in and get something to eat when you on the move. Like it's there. Like, but you know, I mean, when people be doing them, you know, they be. I know you all see the videos with the niggas sitting in their car, all the niggas sitting in their cars trying out all this shit, just trying shit, just
Yeah.
trying shit, eating shit. That's how you can tell motherfuckers really don't be caring what they putting in their body. I guarantee 90% of that shit we ain't supposed to be having. You don't never see. I see one person, and y'all probably know who he is too. He the light skinned dude in Florida. He got the dreads. He got the wicks, the big wicks. And he,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Tattoos on his face.
No, not him. Not what's his name? He cool too. But this dude, he don't got no tattoos. He just he a real everything he eat, he grow. He'll go to the backyard and pull this shit up out the yard. He's like, this is what's in it. He'll tell you about it. This is the leaf. Did you know you can eat this leaf? This woo 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 woo. He grow all that shit and tell you. He tell you about the food, like, and he'll tell he do videos where he tell you he go to the grocery store, he'll pick up a package and he'll read the back and tell you what the shit is in there. You know what I'm saying? And then he'll also like give you an alternative that's all natural, and he'll show you how to make that shit too. He fired, bro. I'm gonna get his name and I'm gonna put it in the group.
Yeah, cause I be into that. I be
Yeah, shit,
on
me,
the
me too, my brother. Me
that
too.
shit. Yeah,
I
yeah.
say all that shit.
I just got a tree, a elderberry tree. I'm about to
Nice,
plant. So
nice.
they just gave away like 200 and something fruit trees. You know how
Where?
like I guess back in the day there used to be a lot of fruit trees everywhere.
It
And now
did.
they gone. Probably I mean I remember like crab apples and berries, but I guess a little bit before my era they
Mm-hmm.
had like fruit trees everywhere. So
Peep game. I remember when I was little. It was pear trees around here. It was
mm,
apple trees. It was real apple trees. It was grapes. Because out there in Springfield, my grandma, we had people's got property and shit out like by Springfield. They had grapevine. They had an apple tree. Like you said, they had crab apples, uh, grapes. Let me see, grapevine, crab apples, pears, and I heard peaches used to grow here too all the time.
easy shit up. That's
Yup,
it.
peach trees. Yeah.
That's that's dope. I got an elderberry tree. My sister got a apple tree, and her
Yeah.
fiance got a pear tree. So we
I heard they
finna
was
go
doing more.
ahead
Where you
plant
go?
them.
Where at? Where was they at?
Um, uh, um, at Summit, not Summit Lake, but Joy Park at the Joy Park Center.
They
Okay.
still
Had a
got
thing
some?
out there. They had seeds. They gave away a lot of vegetable
Oh, I wish I'd
seeds
have known about that.
and trees. I had just caught it. They said they was up there. I had seen it. I slid up there. It's like, dang, that's
I need some
sweet.
shit for my yard. I want some nice trees, nice
Yeah, that
good
would be
trees
nice.
that'll grow here. Yeah. Nice little elderberry. That'll be elderberry so good.
Perfect. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm finna go ahead and plant it, and it's an endless supply of elderberry. You can't
Facts.
beat that.
Facts. But shit,
Yeah.
man, let's move to this next what's the name, man. We all know y'all be looking out for them laws, man. Like HB said, y'all be careful out there smoking and shit, riding, cause they looking for that shit too. They definitely gonna get you if they can. Y'all know how it go. Um, kids in school, if they bad as hell want to be in the street, send them to the street. Let them stay there. Stop disrupting the good kids. Period. So, this next one, I know you had just sent me this one, man, and I want to get into this because I don't know too much about it. keep hearing about this shit, man. Smart as fuck. I wouldn't comment either right now because I see what's going on. I'm not no mind reader, and I ain't no psychic, and I ain't all seeing. But I know bullshit in the game when I hear it. And with that, I know one thing for sure, two things for certain. We all know black people. If a motherfucker tell you, touch me again and see what happened, that means that ain't the first time that he been fucking with that boy. It can't be. That was the last motherfucking straw. And these are the stories that I kind of hate because the victim is now being turned into the aggressor, into the accused.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you
Unmute LBC.
what where they gonna
Yeah, we
hang
put
him
the
at.
victim on
So
trial now.
Huh?
My fault, HB. I just said, yeah, we putting the victim on trial now.
see, I guess they was rival teams. They played for different. They was on different track and field teams.
Uh-huh.
So it was raining, and he came up under the tent, which was like they team tent.
Okay.
So he was just sitting there, so he not getting wet. So the twins came like, you not supposed to be over here. You don't play whoop de whoop whoop de whoop, and then it set off from there.
So he didn't know them like that, huh?
Nah, they didn't even know each other at all. He just
Mm.
was on a rival track team. It was raining. He sought for shelter up under they team's tent. He went on their team, so they was being the bully. Get out of here. You ain't supposed to be over here. You ain't. This is for our team.
Right. They was fucking with him.
Yeah. So, but I feel like this is how they're gonna play. Um, he had a knife. It's like premeditated. What was going on to the reason why you was carrying a knife must have been in his bag or something. But if you having problems in the school setting or sports setting, or you supposed to tell somebody problems going on, but he had a knife. It was like, and he was at the rival team's tent, so it was like he was looking for trouble. He was.
So did his team have a tent?
I see. I'm not sure. I didn't get a check out, but it was just raining. It seemed like it was
Right.
just raining. He just ran up on there a quick little tent real quick to it.
And that's fucked up. For them to be, I mean, the whole situation fucked up, but at the same time, I still stand on the victim is being being put on trial because, like,
Man.
we all know being black, like, people come at us the wrong way all the time, and it's off-putting, it's upsetting, and it sparks, it sets shit off, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come, people be, man, these white kids be having so much entitlement, man. Like, they can just talk and treat motherfuckers however. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows what was really actually said? And I'm glad you said light on the subject. I mean, on the scenario because the news never talked about none of that.
Yeah, they just like it's a black male. I hate to use it but that's how they putting it. Race is
All right.
black man, boy stabs white boy.
Let me say this though.
You got it. You got it.
I seen the video of before it happened.
Okay.
Yeah, the kid was under the rival team's tent, but nobody had a problem with it. They was the black kid was talking to a bunch of white kids. They were sitting around watching TV, and the twins walk up and cause the problem. What you doing over here? blah blah blah, and that's what instigated it. But nobody else from the team had an issue with the kid being over there
Wow.
until these kids walked up, the twins.
So they was being
But
bullied.
but we gotta wonder, why did the kid have the knife in the first place? You don't carry a knife unless you feel like you're in danger.
Facts.
True.
Not to attract me. To attract me, it's a lot of questions. It's a lot of questions that need to be answered.
A lot, and I think it's deeper than we all know.
Me too.
It's got to be.
I believe the kids had an incident before or something.
And let's not forget, all these kids and all these schools are on social media, and they talk to each other, and they go back and forth, and a lot of things stem from Instagram and Facebook and whatever else they use.
Mm-hmm.
They be talking to each other all the time.
Facts.
So who knows what kind of messages was put out there. And I'm not going to, like, anytime, like, and I'm sorry, like, I'm sorry, but not sorry. But anytime, for the most part, let's say 80% of the time, there's a white victim and a black person. The white person usually fucked around and found out that that's not the person to be fucking with. Like,
Right.
I swear, like 80%, we are not that kind of people like they try to put us to be. Like we just all aggressive towards everybody else. We're aggressive towards each other more than any fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? But as far as other people, just we up there starting race shit and just bullying somebody because we don't necessarily do that. We might call a motherfucker white boy or cracker or some shit like that. But like as far as to go and to actually act like we're entitled to some shit and they need to get the fuck out of here and they need to go and all of that. You're not supposed to be here. Niggas don't do shit like that, bro.
Nope. We welcoming.
I believe we like the only race that's just welcoming to anybody.
Facts. Facts. We will, and that's what makes us susceptible to these attacks.
Yep. That's where we go wrong at.
Mm-hmm.
We always talk about who invited you to the fucking cookout. No,
Nobody.
Ain't nothing invited.
Right. Nobody.
Just your own shit.
Facts. Big facts. But man, that shit crazy. Like I don't know. I hope things turn out for this young man to where he can actually get his real true day in court and he can actually speak from his perspective. And I hope he has witnesses. I hope those other kids that he was talking to that did not have a problem, I hope they don't have a problem standing up for this kid too, or at least telling the truth. They don't have to. They don't need to stand up, but they at least need to tell the truth when the time arises.
Yeah, I had just recently found out that they got a few videos of it recorded. I didn't see the video, but LBC, as far as you seeing the video, like how did it look in the video? Did it show like beginning to end when they walked up to him? Did it seem
Yeah,
like he was
what was the
threatened in the
temperature?
video?
Yeah, like what was the temperature of these niggas in the video?
All right. It was real cool. You can tell the guy, the black dude, he's surrounded by white guys, white kids. They watching something on TV. They talking and everybody cool. All of a sudden, these two white kids walk up saying you shouldn't be over here, this, that, and the third, getting aggressive as hell. Once that happened, all the white people kind of turned against the black kid then. They asked you to leave. You know what I'm saying? The kid like, why I gotta go? What's wrong? What's the problem? And Everybody got aggressive from there, grown-ups included. Like grown men start coming over there trying to kick the little boy out. They don't, and that's where the video stopped. Like they don't show the stabbing or nothing like that.
But
But everything was
it shows them
everything
turning
was
on
cool.
him.
Yes, everything was cool until these two kids walked up. Though the guy that got stabbed and the brother, apparently the brother.
Mm-hmm.
Then the
I
big
don't
thing
like
is
it at all.
the big thing is the parents for Austin, the white guy, started a GoFundMe that made a lot of money. So the black kids' parents made a GoFundMe too. It didn't make it much money. It's over $300,000 right now, though. And people are mad about that.
I
People are
mean,
mad
but
about that. How dare you start a GoFundMe for this kid?
for lawyer fees, right? I think I
Right,
read.
right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I think I'm on. You know, you probably got to find that video on like TikTok or something. Cause I don't see.
PG,
Yo, I was trying to find it.
you got that video of what Charleston White said about the situation.
Let me see. I seen it on Facebook.
I can put it in a link real quick.
Yeah, put it in the link real quick. Let me pull it up.
All right, hold on.
You know, I don't know. That's another subject, man.
Who,
Sometimes
Charleston?
Charleston White just touches me sometimes.
Facts.
Yeah,
But
That's
he
fact.
definitely is. He
I don't
definitely
like
different.
I didn't like it. I didn't
You
like it.
didn't like what
I
Charleston
mean,
said?
cause it's like the platform that he was on. And then
Yeah.
it's like, nah, nigga, you going against us
Oh,
for
hold on.
them.
That's the one you put that in the link, didn't you? It's already in here, ain't it? Oh no, that's Godfrey. What's this girl?
It be some facts what he was saying. I can kind of understand.
Yeah, I just don't like Charleston.
Yeah, the way
Like
he come
who he
off, you
talk
know what
to.
I'm saying?
Right. Let me put it like that. I don't like who he be talking to.
But we were just talking the same thing the other day with Kanye West and the message he trying to
Yeah, Kanye West a whole different
yeah, but
rabbit
as far
hole.
as like how you trying to put out a message or whatever you trying to whoever you trying to reach and how you trying to reach him.
Uh, let me see. All right. That it sounds like that one dude he talking to, that black dude, that Jesse nigga. I'm waiting on what's the name to come back in. I'm waiting on LBC to come back in real quick. There we go. I mean, it's definitely facts about what he said, but for one,
It's fact.
don't sit,
Facts.
don't you know? So I'm gonna do the Cam and Mace, man. Two things can be true at the same time. So yes, some people in the culture, but don't sit up there with this white motherfucker and act like and put that on the whole black culture. That is not how every black person comes to conflict resolution, right? Or handles or resolves conflict. That is not how every black person does it. And you're not gonna make me believe that because that's not true. You know what I'm saying? We don't all just jump to violence. White people do it more than anything. You see white people in more road rage accidents than anything. They sitting up there Fuck y'all. That's all they do is get crazy and shit.
This
So
country
it's
was built on white
everybody.
violence.
It's the
This
whole
country was
country.
built on white violence.
Facts.
Mhm. And
Facts. It's the
and
whole
and
country.
and the clip
Terrorism.
I saw, excuse me, it was an extended clip. He said more than that, dogging black people.
Oh, I bet.
It was more to it that made me like real uncomfortable because of the platform that he was on, and he was dogging, and it's just like they was just sitting there just smiling like, "Yup, we know,
And chuckling,
uh
yeah.
huh, uh huh." You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? But
They were sitting there laughing, saying, "We ain't even gotta say it. He's saying it for us."
yeah,
Facts. And then they let the white dude chime in and say whatever he fucked up shit he want to say, and agree with the shit. And he ain't even from our culture. He can't even speak on our fucking culture or our pain or nothing, our oppression or our feelings or nothing about what we do or how we react to any fucking thing. He don't have the right to talk about none of that shit. He got this nigga up here sitting up here agreeing. Those are the things I can't stand about Charles White. You know what I'm saying? That kind of shit. But at the same time, that's who give him his money. You feel me? Him. That's where the big money come from. It's shit like that.
hmm
Yeah.
It don't come from Cam Capone and all these other niggas, say Cheese and all these other niggas that he do these videos with. Because when you notice he do these videos with them, he pander and talk to how they want to talk. He don't be talking that shit in their face.
but he
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
you it though.
I mean, he'll say some ignorant shit, but he won't say that tone. He won't say that type of shit that he was
no,
saying
no,
with that white
no.
man. He don't even talk like that when he with niggas. He be with the niggas and get to talking about fuck that nigga and he a gang banging baby mama. He gay. He whoopty whoopty whoop that fuck that. He do the nigga shit with the niggas, but then he go with the white motherfuckers and go pander and be talking and dogging our race with them, and then you know sitting up there acting like he's so motherfucking pro-black. Like, nigga, you really not pro-black, bro. If you let these motherfuckers, if you sit up and smile with these niggas and kiki and laugh with these niggas and talk down about your culture, your brother, you ain't, you nigga, you ain't it.
Hey, you heard what Pac said. Don't let the evil of the money change you. What he say?
Facts. That's
Don't
exactly
let the
what he
evil of
said.
the money change you. That's
Yeah.
like what he did.
That Hearts of Man. Go look it up, youngsters. Hearts of Man, the name of that song. You feel me?
Mhm.
For real, man. So that's crazy, man. But
Playing the role.
man, that shit nuts, man. But hey, yeah, and I'm cool. I'm cool with that. That ain't. I don't need to follow that kind of character. Like that ain't the character of motherfucker that I want representing me.
Nah, this might be the
Yeah.
first time I ever agree with anything he had to say, man.
You said that's old. You said that's the first time.
And maybe the first time I agree with some of what he had to say in this. In this.
Well, see, I find facts in small things that he says, but the way he comes across and
Facts.
the way he presents it is pandering, and it's like I
Facts.
said, I could tell when you would Cam Capone and them nigga, you do not be talking like that, Charleston.
Nah, yeah.
When you with them, you
But
don't talk like that, bro. Don't.
I'm gonna tell you what I felt. What he said. It didn't show it in the clip, but he was explaining. You have to teach people how to deal with bullies because don't nobody should nobody use their life. Should nothing happen bad enough to where somebody use their life. So it's a
Mhm.
bully. People need to know how to handle and deal with bullies. However, you handle and deal with them.
That's
That's
facts.
that's true, but see, this is the thing that does not being addressed. Sometimes there is no other way but to defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes
Sometimes.
you gotta show out because if not, other people's hatred gonna show up, and you can't back down. You know what I'm saying? That demonstration he put on kept him from being jumped by all them white kids in that motherfucking underneath that tent.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna put it to you like that. Like sometimes, like man,
like
they
instincts in life. Yes, But when you in that courtroom and you being judged by these 12 people, they gonna be going by the book.
And I definitely get it. So that's where, in turn, that's why I say that I hope he get his day in court and have his real day in court and get to speak his testimony. Because if you don't make them people feel you or feel where you coming from, you let the defense write the narrative. And that's all they're gonna go, and they're gonna write a strong one. Because it already looks a certain way just because of how it's put out there, just because of how it was done. It looks a certain way. You cannot let them write your narrative. He has to take the stand. And they have to tell everything. And he has to have people on his side. Because the more people that he has on his side that's going to take the stand with him, character witnesses and all that kind of shit, that's going to convince them 12 people, like you say. That's going to push them 12 people further to understand what was really going on. But if he never gets a chance, which happens in court so much, if he never gets the chance to tell his story, they're not going to feel him at all. That narrative is going to be written and then there's going to be a book thrown at him.
Because for as of now, they charging with straight up murder.
Straight murder.
That's life
No
without no
self-defense.
parole.
And they already saying no self-defense. Now, how can that be if the video shows kids turning against me? I am severely outnumbered. What the fuck do you mean, no self-defense? That's everything self-defense entails. I am fearing for my life. Do you know how much damage could happen with all these kids and me, one person, and this concrete?
Yeah.
That's why I was wondering, like, did he go to a white school? Was it predominantly all white? You know, because to be in a position like, obviously he been fearing for his life.
Right. He ain't had no help.
I think he have to.
He like I don't know what could go on at any time, just like what had just went on at the time. And he just, I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna keep, you know.
Right.
Yep, I believe so too, man. So
it feel like he had a. Why would he bring a knife for no reason, man?
It wasn't no reason. It definitely wasn't no reason, and you know that. That's why you saying that, LBC. Because it wasn't no reason. It was definitely a reason. It was definitely a fucking reason.
You got, he got to walk on eggshells. He trying to make sure he don't do nothing that get. I don't know. It's a whole lot.
Yeah, it's tough, and it's tough being a black person in the all white area or all white setting. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking tough. Like, that's the only thing you think about. That's the only thing you deal with. It's hella PTSD from that, and that's what I don't like this. They put this when that white woman got on that damn screen and got to talking. Well, there's gonna be trauma involved, and this is the shit that I hate because, like, bitch, what about our trauma every day? What about the trauma that we go through wearing this fucking skin that we got? What about the trauma that we go through everywhere we walk? White folks is clutching purses, locking doors, and scooting to the other side of the motherfucking street, or they looking at us with a just shitty ass face, or you know what I'm saying? They talking amongst each other like behind our back when we don't see it. What about all of that motherfucking trauma, bitch? Like, what about the trauma of being black? Like, where does that come into play? You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit go deeper than a lot of motherfuckers they see and it's portrayed. You know what I'm saying? Because now they playing the victim like they was just so innocent. These white people is never innocent. Never.
Okay. Facts. Okay, so let me say. It's not all white people, you know, and we know that, and so we just want to say that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can PC it up. We can PC it up. It ain't all, but in this instance, these white people ain't innocent.
I mean, yeah, no, absolutely not. You know what I'm saying?
Be more specific.
And in my opinion, You know, the greatest the greatest destroyer on this earth is the white man. You feel me? They didn't tore down almost. I mean, man, they caused carnage everywhere they fucking went throughout history. Let's just be real
Still,
about that. You know
still
what I'm
doing
saying?
it. It ain't.
Uh, but at the same
With the
time,
same
I do
DNA.
understand. I understand there's good people out there. We got allies. I understand all that. But man, shit, man, it's hard to find. It's hard to let's put it like this. It's an old saying that says, yeah, shit, all snakes ain't bad snakes. But I ain't trying to get bit trying to find out which ones the fucking right, the ones ain't.
Fact.
You feel me? You gonna get bit a whole lot of times trying to find that good fucking snake. So fuck it. Leave the snakes alone. I
Right.
guess. And that shit sound harsh as hell. That shit sound harsh, but shit, man.
It's the truth.
That's that's reality. That's like shit. Goddamn it. You know, I used to get jumped out. The police used to jump out on me so much just for no reason, just because of where I was at, that I got PSD from that.
Damn.
All cops in the gun.
Like you don't like them at all.
Nah.
Yeah, I
I
feel
know
it.
it's some good ones out there though. You know, I know it's some ones who really pledge to what put faith in what they pledge, but
Some
so
of them
many.
is just a job.
But
Yeah.
like you said, I ain't trying to find out.
Uh-uh.
I ain't trying to find out. Man,
There's a lot of snakes
take
that ain't got no poison. There's a lot of snakes that don't got poison, but I ain't sticking my hand in that motherfucking pit because
right to see which one ain't.
there's a lot that do.
Facts. That shit nuts, man. Hey, I know y'all seen this shit, man. This is the last one, cause I know we've been on here for about an hour. I'm gonna let this one run.
Hey,
And this some crazy shit, man. I know y'all seen this past week, cause I know it was all over Facebook. But in St. Louis, I was figuring out. Well, I was trying to figure out where it was. I did a little bit of digging, and I found a couple clips. We gonna watch this shit run. But um, and we just gonna give our little synopsis. We ain't gotta go too much deep into it because it's just something that's current, and we want to follow it. I definitely want to follow it to see what's going on. And I don't know if y'all seen it, so let me go ahead and bruh.
Yeah, they was
so
already ready. If they familiar with the detectives, what y'all think y'all finna run up in here and find? Goddamn it.
they
I
tore
don't
his
know.
ass up though.
Yeah, but I just wanted to let that I just wanted to let that go because I've seen a whole bunch of shit on Facebook, and I seen the girl going live and all that shit. I seen a lot of videos, and they was like 30 bodies and all that kind of shit. And it was funny, and I was like that. I was like, it ain't no way. I said if I watch the news all the time, like daily. You know what I'm saying? Every day. If something that big would have happened,
Facts.
and they was for sure, that shit would have been on the news, like the
So, so,
news, the
Absolutely.
news.
well, what was it supposed to be? What was they investigating or looking for? Bodies?
They not saying, but for me, I think if they saying narcotics involved, it could either be somebody got killed there if they looking for body, but if it's narcotics, they could be looking for money or drugs. You know what I'm saying? And the FBI is involved, so and it has something to do with whoever was there. So we just gotta keep that, and that's another reason why I wanted to play because it's something that's going. We gotta keep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta keep following up on it to see what's really going on because right now that's all the info they giving out. But y'all know how we do here. We like to be on point and factual about shit. So I wanted to bring y'all because I seen that clip. I watched an hour long live of the girl when they was digging the shit up the day they did it. Some chick was on there just talking shit. They just talking and talking. And I'm talking about this bitch went from everything from it was people's kids to that man was all the kids missing in the neighborhood was over at his house, and it was
Damn.
so much shit. And I was like, man, I said that cannot be what's really going on because we would have heard about that if they were that far ahead in the investigation, like, or that far ahead of finding bodies at somewhere, that place would have been taped off and nobody would have been even close to that shit. But they are saying it could be a body, one body, not no 30 or a whole bunch of kids. But the missing persons could be a body, and the only reason why I say that is because supposedly on the video, all you hear people saying that people don't like to even come by there because it smells, it stank, it's nasty. And she was showing pictures. Did you see it too, LBC?
I did. No.
Okay. So when she was going live, they were sticking their phones over the fence and like showing the house, and it was nasty back there. Like it was like a hoarder, you know what I'm saying, type shit. Like, but you know when people be somewhere for 10, 20, 30 years, you accumulate a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? If you're a nasty person, it's gonna show on the outside and the inside, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So they could just be nasty people. You know what I mean? So
But they said they was investigating for how long?
they've been investigating the missing persons for
Okay, so
years, since 2020. He said. So
oh,
that's at least
okay, so
5 years.
it might be linking to.
Yeah, it might be linking to that, and they might only be digging because whoever they got in custody is like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know, and they might have information or what they think is solid information from somewhere that whoever was missing could be buried in the yard. That could be the only reason why they would be digging, I would think of. But
If
he said narcotics. So other than that, I don't
if
know who buried drugs.
and then they ain't even find no real drugs, but they
Yeah,
found
suspected
some
narcotics.
paraphernalia.
Didn't he say alleged? What did he say? Alleged narcotics?
Yeah, alleged narcotics.
Yeah. So, but
And
also
ain't he? Ain't, yeah.
he's trying to talk in circles too. So he could be misspeaking also. Very well could be narcotics because they looking for.
Hey, shit, but if they was familiar with the detectives or whoever, if they familiar with them, of course they gonna cover their tracks. They already know what they there for. They own the something. Let me go ahead and cover my tracks
And
real
whatever
quick.
they looking for could be been moved. Like you
Yeah.
said, them tracks could be covered. That shit probably gone. They probably got that backhoe out there and all that shit for nothing. And sir in the blue coat, it's called a backhoe.
Hey, they didn't even arrest nobody. They arrested
No,
the person for the warrants, but it wasn't no charges to be arrested for nothing.
right. And them warrants probably nothing. Just not going to court or some shit for a drug
Right.
charge or some shit.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. I want to check that out. See what's
Yeah, yeah. So we definitely gonna follow up on that, man. So,
Yeah.
man, and I thank y'all, man, for coming out, man. All y'all that tuned in live, y'all got to see everything we was talking about. We got to see everything we watched. But y'all know what we was talking about because we get a good description about everything. And if y'all in Ohio, man, y'all make sure y'all run it back and get familiar with these laws. See which one affects you, and which one you said that was that might be coming HB. The one you were saying, the 29.
yeah, the House Bill 29. I think it already passed. I'm reading it.
Okay,
It's
so
it's
we
it's it's, it's about getting your license. So supposedly, um, any fines or anything from the courts can't hold you back from getting your license no more. Because you
nice.
know it's a process once your license was suspended and you had to get on the payment plan. And I'm still trying to check it out. I haven't talked to nobody who went through it, so I'm still trying to
Okay,
see what's going on. And then child support. If your license was suspended for child support, so if you can prove that having your license, I mean, if you can prove that your license being suspended is affecting you from being able to pay child support, then that's supposed to not be able to hold you down no more too.
and that should be for everybody because
Yeah, they
off
got
top, if you ain't got no license, you can't go to work.
They didn't go to work. Y'all want it. You feel me? That's
Why is that even a
self-explanatory. So I don't
question?
even know,
Like,
like,
why do you even have to prove that? Like, nigga.
it's a problem that's been going on for, goddamn
I
it.
know why though. I know why you gotta prove it, cause motherfuckers gonna get up there and just say they got a job, and they probably ain't got one.
Yeah. But it feel
I got
like
a job, man. Prove it. Then we'll
that was
face up.
it feel like that was a good thing that they passed for the people, because
I think so too.
damn it, like sometimes like your situation might be messed up. I don't even have the money to get on the payment plan. You know what I'm saying? To even try to, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
get my license. Like, so, but I still gotta read a little bit more and make sure, because I be paranoid. I think everything is a smoke screen.
It is.
I
It
feel
do be. It do
They
be a
gonna
lot of
let you do
times.
this, you know what I'm saying? But what's happening on the back end that we not seeing
Right.
what's
That we
going
not
on.
knowing about what
Yeah,
extra fees is they gonna try to tack on to that payment
yeah.
plan or something.
But I still got faith. Like, something gotta go our way sometime, goddamn it. We can't keep
Facts.
getting the short end of the stick.
Big facts, man. But man, what else, man? What y'all got going on, man? What's good? What's on the roster this week, LBC, man? What's cracking? HB, what you got going, man? What's the deal, man?
man. You said me?
Yeah. Yeah, we go to you there, HB. What we got? What's cracking?
All right, man. Y'all already motherfucking know what it is, man. It's LBC, Real Game No Gimmick Podcast. We coming fucking back. We ain't went nowhere. I'm just in the process of moving and shit. I ain't went nowhere. As soon as I'm done, Real Game No Gimmick will be back. Shit, me and HB got some shit coming. We'll talk about that. HBTV, you feel me? We ain't going nowhere, man. I'm just in the process of moving, man. I'm coming right back.
Right, bigger and better. Shit, you know how the game go.
Yeah, me, shit, I'm just cooling, man, chilling. Uh, I didn't like where he got back to writing. Just
Nice.
yeah, just writing some rhymes and shit on pen and pad though. Like, I ain't even been writing just on the top of the dome in my head. I've been like way
Right.
with the pen and pad.
Oh
I just
yeah, I
wrote some
stay. Yeah,
shit.
you gotta write. I ain't. Hey, I'm an old school nigga. I ain't with that
Yeah,
go in the booth and just spit.
yeah. It feel
Nah,
good though,
hell
cause
no.
I
Yeah, because
Hell
what
no.
I'm talking about be thought out. You know what I'm saying? I like to bring thought out shit. I like to put message in my shit. So
it feel
I'm
good.
with that. I'm with the writing, man. I'm
So
definitely
I'm in
with
the
the writing.
studio finna shoot shoot some stuff. You know, I just
For
uh
sure.
I just made some hot stuff for non-profit organized that I work with, the Freedom Block. I don't know if y'all heard of them, the Freedom Block.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
Wex Exchange, 848 Wex Exchange. So I just did
Okay,
some content. And
for sure.
I'm hot. It's hot. I got a platinum hit.
We got okay. So we need to get together because you know I do my mom. Well, we got family company bondage breakers. We do every summer, and this summer coming up, we do camp for the kids. You know what I'm saying? We take the kids out to camp, and they do different events and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna be posting stuff here, man, so y'all can, if anybody that's watching in the Ohio, the Akron, Ohio area, you know what I'm saying, got kids that they want to send to the camp. We provide all the food, all that. Y'all ain't gotta worry about nothing. It's some cool ass camp. Cabins. They not outside on the ground. It's all state of the art, but it's real fun. Activities. They get lessons. It is spiritual based, but it's not spiritual. It's not spiritually like just feel. We're not. It's not one of them corny camps where it's just gonna be Jesus loves me all day long. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. They kick it, they have fun, they tell ghost stories, they do campfire, they got, marshmallows and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? The last night. It's a real good thing, but I'm trying to get some more I'm trying to get it a little bit bigger and get some more sponsors there or get some more sponsors for it to continue with the kids after camp because us just doing that one time because most of the kids are parents are incarcerated and that's what the program is about. You know what I'm saying? That's what Bondage Breaker is about. You know what I'm saying? So most of the kids' parents are incarcerated, so they do need guidance afterwards. not too familiar with the Freedom Block. I have heard of it, but they need things like Freedom Block that we can funnel them into so they can get the help and assistance that they need, year round. You know what I'm saying? Because this stuff the things that we need for the youth is not just one time. We can't just do one event. We got to keep these events coming. We got to keep things going, and we got to keep consistent with them and keep the help consistent and show them that we care consistently. And that's the only way that their attitudes is going to change. So that's the only way the temperature is going to change with the youth is to show them that somebody really cares. Because honestly, deep down, I think they feel that that's missing. They feel like they're out here on their own. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's how they feel. You know what I'm saying? That's just a guess because of what I see and the kids that I've talked to. You know what I'm saying? And things I see in my own neighborhood and the kids that we work with. That's just what I've gathered. You know what I'm saying? The hypothesis. So
No, that's another show. You know
oh
what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, this most definitely is.
Yeah. I feel that, man, because like I said, it's generations and it's a lot of resources that's not there like from when we was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I believe that's why we a lot of well-rounded and level-headed, because we was in that generation,
Yeah,
that era.
Yep.
And so it's something missing from every, you know what I'm saying? So gotta find a way to bring it back.
I
Most
feel that.
definitely.
Man.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah, I'm rocking with it. I like it.
Most definitely. Well, man, y'all, we thank y'all for hanging out with us, man. Man, y'all already know what it is, man. Black Money Media, Talking Shit Show, Real Game, No Gimmick. You know what I'm saying? HBTV, man.
Just the fact.
Just the Facts Podcast. Ladies Night. Real Game, No Gimmick, Ladies Night. Y'all
Yeah, we
already know
working,
what
man.
it is. We working, man. Follow us. Find something you like, man, and just, fuck with us, man. Stay tapped in. All right, y'all. Peace.